Yo, what up, people? My name is Lewis Lee. That's what my mom calls me, at least. And this is Playing in Traffic, and we got the crew with us. How's everybody tonight?
Hey, good.
Good. We have Ray. Go ahead, Ray. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Yeah, Ray Guarino, Motormouth Radio on Long Island, New York. Broadcasting live every Sunday between 12 and 1. And social media, just look for Motormouth Radio. Instagram, it's real_Motormouth Radio. And that's where you see the stuff that we do during the week when we're not behind the microphone.
Yep. Terry?
Yo, Coverman 66, cat breeder.
Wow!
Terry, go ahead. Terry, you invited a guest, so go ahead and
well, we got the lovely Cherielynn. You know, she's been doing a lot of things. You know, like you might have seen a beautiful face on Overhauling, right?
Yeah.
You know, and she's got a couple of things that she's working on that she let me know about, but I'm gonna let her tell you about it later on. Let people introduce yourself, Cherielynn.
Hi, everybody. Cherielynn Westrich from Overhauling is where I'm most well known. And Ray, isn't it pronounced Long Island?
Yes, we accept that. Yeah, we accept that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the show that everybody kind of knows me from. So that's how I introduce myself. But I'm doing all kinds of crazy things now. I done a few other TV shows that you might have seen. And now I'm like, what did I do? I don't know. Rock My RV with Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
That was one of the funner shows that I've worked on.
Oh, Bret Michaels. I like him.
Yeah.
Bret Michaels. He called me Cinderella because I had to do all the cleaning up around the set. But they hired me as a fabricator, and that was a spectacular show. Like really fun, guys. Now I just bounced around in all the different car build shows and stuff. That's
cool. That's an exciting get around, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So on Overhauling, I noticed you do a lot of different stuff. I've seen you do interior. I thought you were an interior person, but I've seen you've done a lot. So what is your expertise?
That's the thing. I know a little about a lot, and I got pigeonholed into. Well, I worked at a speedometer shop, so they had me do the dash and gauges on all the cars. So I did that. Before I was on the show, they never touched the dash. They just left it be. And then, so when I joined, I would pull it out, redo the whole dash, rebuild the gauges, speedometer, everything, made sure it was all 100%. And then I started welding. Actually, it was, I think my third episode, the director came up and he said, do you know how to weld? And I said, yeah, I know how to weld. And he said, well, you're going to be welding on the next episode. And I said, okay, great. And I never welded in my life. I went out and I had 4 days before we started shooting again. So I called every guy that I knew that knew how to weld. And I was like, I got to come to your shop. I need to learn to weld in 4 days. And came back and boom, we started welding. And, didn't start out great, but I could do the job. And then, when we were shooting every day for a few years, I actually got to be a pretty decent welder. But I learned body work on the very first build I did. I just thought it was interesting, and how you spread material on the car, and all the different aspects of sanding it off, how you do it right. And so, I just I'm interested in all of it. Like, it's a frame off restoration, and I pretty much did everything you can do on a vehicle. I tried to learn it, and then I started my own shop out there in Orange, city of Orange. So then I was doing it all myself, except I never really got into the paint and body work, because I just think that's a skill that is just refined after a few years. Yeah. Not everybody has that.
I just learned something from getting my own car out of the paint shop and then putting it back together. And I learned another facet of automobilia that's very, very detailed. And I just talked to my buddy today who's going to take care of me. And that's glass, door glass.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many adjustments. We had a discussion about this last week. Yeah. Front, back, up, down, in, out. And they were perfect before we took them out to take the belt line molding off. But so now I have to have this guy come back and just touch it all up again. But what an exacting, thing it is. And you say, how hard can it be until you try it?
Yeah.
I got into it for a couple years where I wanted to do the door glass, and I enjoyed trying to get it perfect and figuring out how to line everything up. But every car is different, there's no standard door glass mechanisms down in there. They're all different. And so it, sometimes it can be really frustrating, and just getting it in and out, you have to slide it down in there and not break the glass. And oh my gosh, it's
and it could be fun when you have to put it back and it's tinted. That's a try.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that. What does that do?
Oh my God, you got to try to, put tape over it or whatever. Try not to scratch the internals and all that.
Yeah, because tint will scratch real easy.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
And the thing I found with working on cars that aren't my own is you don't know what happened to it before. So if you get all those parts in a box and now you have to put them in, that could have been from some other car. You don't know what's bent, what's tweaked,
Yeah, that's what I got going with my flathead. I have a Model T, and the flathead, they had started taking it apart when I got it. So a lot of the parts are in boxes.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to that.
Yeah. So, at least you learn from the best in the industry. I mean, Chip is the man.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about. Does he share his knowledge?
Oh, he is the best. He really does, and he always has an idea that's better than you, but he never puts it that way. He always makes you feel good about it and tries to get you to think of it first, and then he finally just tells you, "Hey, why don't you just twist it to the left and put those over there?" And you say, "Oh, why didn't I think of that?" He's just so good. He comes up with all the answers, and he has a trick for everything. And if he doesn't have a trick, he just thinks of it on the spot. He's just the master, and just super humble about everything. Super humble and loves. He's a teacher. He wants to teach people, but he's just really good about it. Yeah, it was like literally I can't imagine a better part of my life is just learning from that guy. And then, like I was saying. Like I always say, we'd get 25 guys would come in there. Bear Brakes would send 2 guys to help with the brakes. And then Summit Racing would send 2 guys to help with the parts they sent. And so you got 25 guys in there who build cars on their own. And everybody knows something that somebody else doesn't know. Everybody's got a trick. And so, man, I learned from every single guy that came through there. They had something to teach you. And, you just car guys are fun, and it was hard because I was the only girl on the set. So it was just hard to pick who I was going to talk to next.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the funnest time of my life. I was single. So, it was just one of the best times ever. There was just, I don't know. It was just fun every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is your favorite car you worked on the show?
Well, we just built Impala for Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of the most recent ones. I just did that in January. Super fun. The build, they're doing a lot of late model cars now, which I know nothing about. I'm just kind of scrapping when it comes to late model vehicles. So doing the Impala just brought back old times. They brought back some of the old guys to the show. And so we got to do some welding and some body work. And man, it was really fun to build. And then, of course, Shaquille O'Neal, he's like just such a humble, sweet, and hilarious person. And his friends are hilarious. They were making jokes and playing. I don't think they showed it on the show, but at some point, his friend was saying, that's enough tricks on each other, enough gags. And he said, you need to just relax. Here, just sit down. And Shaq, I got you a chair. And as soon as he went to sit down, it was some sort of Hollywood trick chair. So, of course, it just fell apart. And Shaq goes flying in the floor. And it was just like super hilarious. I think you had to be there for it to be actually that funny. But
no, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Just to throw Shaquille O'Neal and throw him down on the floor,
Wow.
What year Impala is it?
64.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have to remove the back seat or push
Oh,
the
yeah.
firewall forward?
Yeah, both. No,
Yeah.
actually, the guy's name is escaping me. Is Jim? I'll come up with it. Anyways, he played against Shaq on another team, and he came as our body double. So he came. He was the same height as Shaq. I think he's 7'2" or 8'10" or something. And so he was the body
8'10".
double. He came and sat in the vehicle, and we measured around him, and we had to remove the back seat. And so we turned the back seat into just a big stereo pod. Like it was just a giant build box, And so the whole trunk was full of stereo. The whole back seat was full of stereo equipment. And then we moved the seats back and welded a new floor.
So basically,
cool.
you made a 64 Impala a 2-seater.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Louis, you're tall, but can you imagine being so tall you could never drive a sports car? Or
Well, no, he has them. He has like Lambos and Ferraris.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Coast Customs does a lot of his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that car came from. We took it from West Coast Customs. We, stole it from them.
Yeah.
And then finished it.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
wow.
So I have a video that Terry did of your products, and I'm going to put a link in the chat room if you don't mind. I mean,
I have not seen it yet, so
okay.
I'm sure he did a great job. Terry's videos are spectacular.
Yeah, he's the man. So everybody in the chat room and everybody on YouTube, you can hit this link here and check out Terry's video from Coverman 66, and you see what's going on over there. Later, after the show. Don't go now.
Yeah, don't go.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's see. Anybody have any questions in the chat room? See what we got over here. See anything over here for you?
Talk
I
about
don't see anything. It says, what are you building for him? But I don't know who they're asking about.
Come on,
No
guys.
question.
So, how far are you on your car?
I'm welding quarters. I moved out here to Iowa, and I had my car in my shop, and I started welding the quarters on, and then I just had to brace them up for the trip, and now it's sitting in an airplane hangar. So, it's like the dentist with the bad teeth. It's a car builder who never finishes a build.
Yeah. What kind of car is that, Cherielynn? What kind of car are you building?
68 GTS.
Oh, nice.
It's got the original 340, and I rebuilt that. The dash is all done. And then I just started on metal work. So it was a car from up in the Oregon desert, which I don't know where that is, but not a lot of rust.
Great.
So it shouldn't take me long once I get working on it. But I don't have a shop right now, so there you go.
Yeah. How long have you been there in Iowa?
In Iowa, it's been like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those A bodies are cool. They've always had a following, but you don't see a lot of them. You really don't see too many of them. I don't know why. Maybe a lot of them got wrecked and crushed early on, but.
Well, the darts, the Dart GTS was, even the GTS was just a driver. Everyone used those as get around cars, grocery getters. And, they were back in the day, like in the 80s and the 90s, those were so cheap. You could buy a Dart anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people probably was a lot of smash ups, a lot of people who just didn't care about them. I remember back in the 80s and the 90s, I was super into Mopar, and people used to try to give me Chrysler 300s. Just take it.
Really?
Or Polaris, because they're so big, and the gas prices were crazy.
We need parts for one right now. My co-host has a 300. Actually, it's a Newport that was converted to a 300. He needs Newport parts, and they're hard to find, boy. Oh, hard to find.
Yeah, because nobody wanted. I had a couple of friends who just put them in the junkyard because nobody wanted it. It was just, California and the gas and all that.
Along with the Grand Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Furies are good.
But I would, to see a Grand Fury convertible?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sharp car. Even the the hard tops, they just have nice lines, nice C pillars. Now in retrospect, they look really, really cool. Back then they were just big old bulky cars,
But
yeah,
everything,
right.
old cars back then, I mean, like no one thought of, well, a few people, I guess, but who really thought about it? I mean, my father, he had a Chevelle, 70 Chevelle 455, 454, and it got stolen. And he comes home with a deuce and a quarter. I'm just like,
Wait a minute now. Deuce and a quarter is no joke.
now, but I mean, I'm coming from this green stripe, this green car with a white stripe, thinking, oh man, I just got about another 15 years or whatever, and then I could drive this thing or whatever, 10 years. And then he goes and gets a deuce and a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, deuce and quarters are hot around here, boy.
Yeah.
4-door.
Oh,
But like
4
I said,
doors.
deuce and a quarter is hot.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, so what's the next car show coming up for everybody? Because I know SEMA's canceled.
Oh, it's terrible,
So-
isn't it?
I can't believe it. They should put it back on. They should realize their mistake and then
Yeah.
come back with SEMA.
Yeah, hit the switch.
Yeah.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
Just kidding. We're back.
Um,
We had our car show. It was in August. It's like mid-August, and we went ahead with it, and everybody came out like gangbusters. We got more people there. It was a record-breaking year after 34 years of doing that show. Broke the record, and people were just like looking for action, looking for something to do. So
oh yeah.
if only they would have had SEMA, it would have been the biggest year ever, I bet.
Yeah, because everybody's been cooped up, and
Yeah.
and that's everybody's time to cut loose a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I mean, we didn't have real big problems here, so everybody was able to come out. It wasn't really dangerous, and nothing bad happened. It was like, because we're also, we're out in the country, so it's not like the problems they have in the big cities and stuff. And
Yeah, we're kind of stuck in a lockdown zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're doing good. Yeah, we're doing good.
I'm in Ohio, so we're pretty open.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to speak with a woman today, Lewis, and she was the nicest woman I've talked to in a long time, and she's in Ohio. So,
Yep.
Ohio people, man, she hooked me up big time. Just so nice and friendly, and just happy to help me out as a customer.
Good.
And that was good. That was very cool.
Yeah,
What
the
company?
Midwest is full of nice people, right? I don't know. I just like it. It's the
Yeah.
nicest people you're gonna find. Everybody's like really sweet. But I lived in Bedford-Stuyvesant for a couple years,
Did you?
and Brooklyn people are super nice too. Everybody's just helpful in a different way.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends where you go, right?
Yeah, they find something
Yeah.
off the back of the truck. Here, I got you a TV.
Let me help you.
Deals like that. Yeah.
No, but I noticed that like driving in Los Angeles, everybody's like me first, trying to get ahead of you. And then I moved to New York, and everybody's like, go, let's all get there. Everybody, come on. Like, they let you in,
Yeah.
It's like a whole different thing. It's like,
I think you were here on a good day because
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute.
what kind of place you
maybe
had
it was
on.
the blonde hair.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe.
They knew who you were.
Hey,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm an equal opportunity blocker on the road. Blonde, brunette, redhead guy, man. I don't
done.
It's like if you're screwing me, you're getting it back. It's like that's the way it goes. That's the rule of the road, man. I taught both of my kids to drive and even locally. We're in a suburb, so we're local, and you're driving down the road, and there's there'd be a cross street coming in, and someone would come out of the cross street in front of them. And I remember my older daughter was like, "Oh, what'd they do that for?" I was like, "Listen, it's you snooze, you lose. You were approaching them with caution, which is what you should do. But they saw that you were going slow enough, and they took it. They just took the shot." I said,
There you go.
I said, get ready for that. I said, it's going to happen all the time. And they're going to start making lefts in front of you. And I said, that doesn't mean you should speed up to stop it. I said, but you have to be aware of it because it's just the way people drive. It's unfortunate.
That's called a life lesson right there. That's a
Yeah.
life lesson she learned.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody in the comments is talking about pop-up shows in New Jersey.
Yeah, we've been having a bunch of them here too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
See,
kinda cool.
I book celebrities for for shows all over the country, and it's been so messed up. So I haven't booked anybody this year, but I'm gonna start probably next month. Start really hitting it for next year. Try to get stuff booked for next year.
Nice.
Yeah, but this year was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to the next 2021.
Yeah, so I'm gonna really ramp up for that. Hopefully everything opens up, man. Like New York and California, man, they're still.
Yeah, I get an extra year of surprise because I got a brand new car in my garage, painted, all the trim is done. I mean, this thing is ready to go, and there's nowhere to go with it. So like it'll be fresh next year too.
There you go.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it, man. Still take it out. Still take it out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
talking about your GTO?
Yes.
Yeah, still take it out. You know, you get the thumbs up, you make people happy, man.
You know, I'll tell you, I had to drive it. Like I brought it home last Saturday, and I had to take it from the one shop that I work at over to their other shop a few towns away to have a guy look at it, and then come home. And you know, I was getting thumbs up when it was in prime because it was a gray prime with a little bit of a lavender touch to it. It looked kind of cool. Literally, a guy jumps. There were like 5 people at a bus stop. This dude leaps out of off the sidewalk into the street with his thumbs up like this. Dude, the bus is coming. Get back on the sidewalk. I gotcha.
You'll get somebody killed, huh?
Yeah, you know, because now it's all shiny. Everything is attractive, like and the color is a little unique. So it's not like it doesn't look like your average Toyota and Nissan on the road. You know, everything is silver and white and gray these days. You know.
Yeah.
So.
All the cool colors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Cars bring people together, man.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
Right.
Cars, music, and love.
Yeah.
That's how I met Terry at SEMA.
Yeah, yeah. That was 2018, was it?
Yeah,
it wasn't last year,
it was last year. It was last year's SEMA.
It might have been last year. You're right.
Yeah, it was last year because my brother came out with me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at the at Boss Hog booth.
The Boss Hog booth, that's right.
Yeah. That was one of the rare
Mike
times.
Lanier was there. Yeah, I met all you guys out there.
Yeah.
Super fun.
So Sherry, out of all the things you've done on the cars, you talked about all the different things you did, the interior and welding and all. What do you gravitate to? Like, everything finds its own level. What level did you find that you tend to really like doing and that you're best at?
I think it was welding and body work is what I loved. And like I said, when you're doing it every day, then you get good. So when I went back, I hadn't done it in a while, so it took a minute, like to get back in the swing of things. Yeah. But it's just I don't know. I feel like that's like art to me, is like doing art, because my whole life I've been a painter, just oil paints and acrylics, just painting portraits or whatever. And I don't know, that feels the same to me. Like you're creating something, you're making a line. If you're doing body work, you're like creating the line on the car and trying to get it perfect. And same thing with welding, and grinding the metal down, trying to make it look really nice. Those things. And, I can do the gauges, and I probably wired about 40 cars front to back, or maybe more. I don't know. And it's interesting, but it just is, there's just not that love for wiring.
Yeah.
I don't think. No. I met a couple guys that love wiring, but they were a little.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Now, with the wiring, what company did you like the best out of the different companies? I'm sure you used a lot of different ones.
You know what? M&H. M&H is hands down the best. They make the best harnesses. And back when we were doing it, they were a small company, but I think if you delve into it, I think M&H makes harnesses for several people. And
a lot of their repair stuff, a lot of their ends, and I think that's how I got introduced to them, and they are a fantastic company. They had a catalog that was quite extensive. Good company.
Yep. Really, really good guys. And I went, to their factory a few times to get specific things that I needed, and it's pretty cool. Like everybody who works there is awesome.
Where are they located?
Good friends. They're in down there in Orange. They're in SoCal, but I can't remember what street they're on.
Yeah, so California.
But, yeah.
Okay. No, just good.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I can drive you there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
I went there maybe twice or three times, and but mostly, Tom would just send us the harnesses that we needed, and that's that.
Yeah, that's something that's come a long way, especially with the conversions, all the conversions everybody's doing, and even the light conversions. Those the big companies definitely have responded, and their products are spot on.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
They replaced those bus fuses to like the regular type of fuse that you have to nowadays, which is
Blade fuse, yeah, the ATO type and ATC. Yeah.
There you go. Both my 69 Camaro and my 71 Chevelle. As soon as I got the car, I ripped all the wires out. I was like, we're going American Motor Wire and
Yeah.
TSI, for the LS conversion, get rid of all this stuff. And what I like about these new harnesses, they give you the option to put options in the car that never came.
Right.
My car never came with electric windows, but they got them now because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
There you go.
All lots I can do without, but electric windows, I mean, like, especially when you have four windows, like, let's take that 71 Chevelle,
Yeah.
The lean across.
And I'll tell you something, Terry. When I was doing my car, I was thinking about doing electric window conversion, and I said, man, it'd be so nice. It'd be just so nice to do. And then I just thought, I said, you know what? I got to keep this real. I got to keep this as old school as possible. I got to have the pain of rolling up and down. That's how I grew up with this car. That's how it always was, and that's how I had to keep it. So,
well, you had the car all your life, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
See, I tell you the reason. What happened was when I was building my 69 Camaro. This had to be about 2007. I was doing my 69 Camaro, and I was like, "There's no compromise. There's going to be an LS and 6-speed in this thing. I'm not." Because that was the transition. I used to do tune ports, putting them into the cars, and I told you guys before, I just skipped over the LT.
The LT, yeah, LT1.
Get rid of that crap. And so I was getting the LS, and I was just like, you know what? I thought the same thing. You know what? I want that allure of driving a 69 Camaro and roll down windows and all that, right? So my car wasn't ready, and one of the cars, my 80 Z28 I had at that time, the one I had since high school, which had the tune port, it was nice, but it was still in the body shop. And my friend, he had a whole bunch of cars. I said, Terry, why don't you just take my 68 Camaro, a Firebird? He has 68 Firebird. And, I was like, I'm not going to go to the show. Grab one of my cars. Matter of fact, I like to have both of my cars there. I was like, all right. He had those roll down windows, right? So I'm driving on the New York State Thruway to go to Bear Mountain, the big car show and everything like that. And it was like such a nice day. And Jimi Hendrix came on. I was like, you know what? I want that feel of like, I don't know, Woodstock, going up the woods. Let me roll these windows down, right? And I rolled down, like, okay, cool. Yeah, chilling. Got a little cold. And I was like, going back and forth with that, like trying to find the right opening and all that. I was like, I still remember it was a Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I called up, like get some electric windows in there.
It's so hard. I know it's such a challenge sometimes just to go to a car show. What you have to put up with, I understand. I
was like, what was the company? What is it? What was the name of that company? Oh, they're black. Oh, it'll come to me. But I was like, it's 69 Camaro. You got electric windows? Yeah, we got a kit called whatever. Let's get it done. Send them.
Yeah,
because that was horrible.
I lived with it my whole life. I have my first car now with electric windows.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All
My
my
daughter-
life, I just had the roll up, roll downs.
There you go.
My daughter is
to be old
21. She's
What's
21
that?
now. My daughter's
Yeah.
21 now, but I had probably 6 years ago, I bought a Grand Am, and it had roll down windows. So she gets in the car and she's like, Dad, where's the window button?
Where's
Yeah.
the button?
I was like, what do you mean, where's the buttons? She's like, how do you roll the window down?
Uh-huh.
Pretty funny.
New Relic. That's the name of the company. New Relic.
New Relic.
Yes.
I don't know them.
Yeah, New Relic. They got the windows, you know, the whole mechanism for electric windows. And then New Relic. Yeah, I tell you, I'm doing a 67 Chevelle now. If there's electric window for that little wing window, you know.
I can't get too spoiled, okay?
I'd like to see how they do that because that one's that's a
come on.
Did they have
Can't
one?
be that lazy.
Lincoln's. The Lincoln had it.
Didn't the Cadillac have electric wing window?
Caddy might have. I know Lincoln did.
Lincoln did, yeah.
So maybe Caddy.
I'm lazy, man. I'm telling you, I was, hit that button.
Okay, so do y'all want to know what Terry shot a video for?
Yeah. Tell him. Yeah, definitely.
So I started a new company. I went out to Australia and I met, they had me come out for Motorex. I was giving away a trophy and all this stuff. And I signed autographs in this guy's booth. His name's Malcolm Wood. So he's got Mal Wood Auto over there in Australia. And he was making these hydraulic clutch pedal kits to convert your pull cable clutch into hydraulics. And it was the best thing. Hey, there's Terry's. So I asked him, hey, can I make these in America? Can I bring these over and do them for all the Camaros, all the Mustangs, everything? So I brought his idea over, and now I make these out here in Iowa. Like I have them stamped out and make them. See, I got one too, Terry.
Okay, yeah. So you see, you put the cylinder, you put the cylinder up on the mechanism instead of having it out on the firewall, which is nice.
There you go. That's why I'm the only one that makes a kit for the Mustang, the 71 to 73s. Because you can't put anything on the firewall. So our kit works for that. I think we're the only ones out there with the kit for that. And it's seriously, you just bolt it in, and we've got the clutch pedal. We do the geometry so it lands right where your stock pedal would land. And then, you just bolt it in and you're golden. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you didn't make it for I looked at the listing. I didn't see A bodies on. I didn't see Pontiac. I know that.
Yeah,
was it Chevelle?
We got Tri-5s, F-150s, the Corvettes, C3s. We got all the Mustangs. Started off with just all the Mustangs just to have one and done. And so every year Mustang. Then we got most of the years of Camaros, and then now we have the Chevelle. Because what we're doing is if somebody Terry wanted one for his Chevelle, so he sent us his Carrier, which he's got, and then so you send the Carrier and your pedals, and we'll just custom make one for whatever you're wanting to build.
Now that should work across the board on GM A bodies.
Yeah,
because I know I have Chevelle clutch pedals in my Pontiac, so everything in there is the same. So
there you go. So that'll work.
It should also work on Grand Prix and Monte Carlo as well.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and just we're in our second year now, so it's just starting to catch on, and we're just getting all the models out there that we can, to just cover everything. But it's hard. You gotta make one at a time. Like for Terry, that it took 6 weeks or something for us to design it. What's that?
He was out partying.
Yeah.
So how do you find how can people buy them? Do they go to your website or
Malwood USA?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you go to Malwood, you'll end up in Australia, but it's malwoodusa.com, and you'll see all the models there.
Okay.
We're slow on getting models onto the computer because I'm not a computer girl. I'm a car builder, so the Chevelle's not up yet. But just ask if and the phone number's up there.
I think I saw Chevelle. I saw Chevelle on the site.
Yeah, well, that's because Terry made me put it up there.
Yeah, okay.
Terry should be the last one talking about a website.
Well, I got one of my buddies building me up a hellacious website. I can't wait.
Yeah, I bet you he can't wait to get the stuff to do it.
Yeah, perfect. Good,
yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah. Okay.
You get out in the shop and you forget to come in and film everything and put it up. But hey, you got a million videos out there. You're a step ahead.
Yeah, he's doing
It'll
his
get
thing.
done. It'll get done.
Are your cheeks getting red?
I want to know what you think about the video you got, Cherielynn. That was nice. Thank you very much.
What's that?
I'm waiting for you to see. I'm waiting to see what you think. What you think about the video I put out there.
I know. I trust Terry. I told him put the video out there, sight unseen. I know you did a good job.
You said go for it.
It's trust. Trust.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Natural talent there.
There you go, right there.
Yep.
Oh man. Go ahead and ask her. Okay, Cherielynn, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared now. I'm scared.
You're familiar with the Tri-5s, right? Because you got the bracket for the Tri-5, you just said, right?
Yeah.
What is your favorite year for the Tri-5?
I can't tell the difference. They're all the same. They're all the same. It's a 57 Chevy. And then someone corrects me. No, it's a 56. I say, all right.
56, she says. Okay, beautiful. All right, thank you very much.
She said they're all the same. She didn't say.
How'd you know 56?
I meant 56.
Terry will take a win any way he can get it. That's okay. He deserves a few. He's a little behind.
I want to get that car.
So how do you tell the difference? The
Well,
trim?
Fenders.
I'll say it fenders, tail lights, but I'll say it this way. You know how you had the 3 Bears?
No, tell
The
me.
55 just looks like it's too plain. All right? The 57 looked like it's too much going on there. The front bumper, it looks like someone punched the 56 in the mouth and the lip got all fat. Where the 56 is just beautiful. It's just, I mean, even when you get the Nomad and the way they did the two tone on there with the roof, and it's just a more beautiful car. Although I do like the little vents on the 57 above the headlight. I do like that whole cold air induction thing that they had.
It's a subtle cue. That also gave you peaked headlights, which the other 2 cars don't have.
Yeah. Well, okay, but we all agree that the 56 is a better looking car. I understand.
No,
For you, yes, we do.
We're letting you say that right now. Yes.
See, you know what? I never really got into it. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to go and really look at all the differences and why 56 is better.
You know, it's like if you had a 67, 68, 69 Camaro standing side by side, you would see the difference of them all.
Yeah, but it's not as drastic on the Camaros as it is on the Tri-5s.
Yeah, this is true. But I mean, but most people, I know most people is like, I like a 57 Chevy, but then they're talking about a 55 or whatever. You know, they just, that name, just 57, 55 are the most popular name for the Chevy.
Yeah. You know, people do that to me all the time. I'll be in a gas station. A guy say, "Hey, man, I love that car, GTO. I had one in high school. Like, what year is that?" He goes, "It's my favorite." What is that? A 66? Like, no, it's a 65. It's like if it was your favorite, you should know what the hell year it was. Jumping. That's what
the gas pump and takes off.
Yeah, they get it wrong all the time. Like I said, there you go. The GTOs look kind of similar, but there's differences if you know the car. You know,
the only way someone can pull it off is maybe 66 or 67, other than the bumper and the grill. I mean, the tail lights.
Okay, no. Yeah. The 3 that are different is, well, actually, not even so much. I'm going to say 4, 5, and 6, because between 4 and 5, 4 is the only year with horizontal headlights. The only year.
Right.
And then 5, 6, 7 had stacked headlights. So you have to go between a 5 and a 6, which is again subtle. Subtle.
I don't know. A 5 and a 6 really isn't that subtle.
If you don't know the cars if you know them, I mean, they both have stacked headlights. They both have the same bumper. The tail lights are different.
Similar, but the whole body of the car is different.
They got longer. Each year they got longer. Like I said, subtle differences. So that's the Tri-5 Chevy. I think is. I mean, unless you went, let me think now with T-Birds. If you'd have to go from like Battle Birds up to round or bullet birds, like 57, 58, 59, or actually 58, 59, 60 T-Birds are very different. I
like the bullet one. Out of those years, the bullet one's a better looking car.
They got sleeker, rounder. Yeah, nice. Again, you know, you can argue this about almost any car. You really can. It comes down to
it just seems so obvious that everyone agrees that the 56 is the better of the three. But moving on.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you really put that out there for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the famous question every week.
Right.
I wish I knew in advance so I could.
Oh, but you didn't get shut down, so that's okay. Terry didn't get he didn't get the knife in the heart, which is good. I'm glad. I don't like to see my friends get hurt. So
yeah, I could have just picked 57 in the most popular year, you know, and then.
Uh-oh.
You know, that's the thing. You can say 55 to him, and he'd say, "Oh no, not another one," but don't say 57.
I'm looking at the heart in your eyes.
55 or 57 in a second. I just that 57 is.
Yeah.
Scott
Do you
just
ask
put in
this every
56 too.
time? Because
Thank you, Scott.
someone in the comments over here says, "Go ahead, Terry, ask her the question."
Yep.
Maco Man is the Brian. He started this whole thing.
Did he?
I really wish you guys would have let me know. I really could come up with some good ones.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, tonight, yeah, but I mean, he's only just opening the door to your psyche, man. He's, you know, let's face it. We go through it every time we have a guest.
I was thinking it.
So what would be your dream car? Like, what would be the first thing you would grab if you had a pocket full of money?
Well, you know what? Well, okay, with a pocket full of money.
Or wait a minute. Or what would you want to build? What would be your favorite build?
It's 69 GTX.
Nice.
See, I couldn't afford the X, so I got the GTS.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
you know what?
You know,
but it may be harder depending on the car to build the S than it is the X, just because of parts and you know the community. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know it's the cars that you had before that you want back. It's the 66 Charger. That was one that I always think about it. Why did I sell that? You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew it was it was driving away. I started crying like a little baby. Like, what the heck?
We all have.
Crying, like,
yeah.
Because I had gotten a 69 Super B, and so I couldn't afford all that, you know. So I just had to sell one, and I can't keep two cars. So I sold the 66 Charger. Man, I watched it drive away, and I thought, what have I done?
Yeah.
My baby.
That's a universal constant.
Yeah.
We'll go through that.
I really like that style of that.
Now that was a unique car. That really was, with the fold down seats in the back and the the Marlin like rear window treatment. I mean, I have a picture of my GTO in the winter of '77. We had a heavy snowfall, and the way it drifted on the back of the car, I actually pulled the car out in the street, and my brother took the picture. The snow even curved around the rear glass, and it looks like a 66 Charger, just with the top in white. It's really a weird looking. First thing it says, damn, it looks like a Charger. It's crazy.
That was a big car.
Yeah, you could put your surfboard in there. It was just like the best.
Yeah, that was a huge car. It had a big, and I'm thinking about it. It's fastback, but it was a big. Did you have the hideaway headlights?
Oh yeah.
I think most of them did.
Was that an option? I mean, that was standard, was it?
I can't remember.
I
had them on my 70 Cougar XR7 that has hideaways.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, yes, the 66 Charger, because they're just like round like that with looks like teeth, you know.
Yeah, because it had the grill that went, and had the little centerpiece in the center. That was a nice little car. That was a nice big car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dina says yes, they're standard.
Okay.
Yeah. So long ago.
Yeah, I remember when I sold my '71 Cuda. That was a tearjerker.
Yeah.
A
lot of people don't know I had a Cuda. They think I'm strictly GM, but I had a Cuda.
I had a '71 Challenger.
Yeah.
Convertible. I sold that. You know what they're worth now?
Everybody's got their Mopar secret. It's okay, let it out.
Listen, I had a '77 Chevette.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's not the same thing.
No.
That's not the same thing.
I had a Dart for a weekend. How about that?
Oh, snap.
Listen, wait, I got to tell you the story about the Chevette, though.
Lewis just came unglued and admitted the Chevette.
Listen. It was a two-door. and when I graduated, we all go to Cedar Point. It's the roller coaster capital of the world, right? Cedar Point. So we drive this car, right? I follow the bus, the school bus. On the way home, I'm like, man, we got to get home. It's late. I'm tired. So I'm doing 70 miles an hour all the way home. This is an 87, so the speed limit was still 55. Dude, when we got off the exit to get gas, the car wouldn't cut off. It was so hot and tired. It wouldn't turn off. I turned the key off, took it out. It was still running.
Wow.
That is too funny. I have a Chevette story.
Oh, please share it.
My sister had one. And I had sold my car, and I was in between buying another car. And I was in college, and there's this gold digger there, and I was just like, yo, I didn't want to tell her name, Lori. And Lori, like, you want to ride? You want to check out my ride? I got a Chevette. I mean, not a Chevette. I said a vet. You ain't got no vet. I was like, yeah, just sitting right outside. Let's go. I'll give you a ride home. Come on, dog. Right? So we go up to the car, right? Way up, because I parked it way up top of the hill, And she sees the car and she's like, this ain't no vet. This is a Chevette, Like, right? So she didn't want no. She walked back. She wanted to take the bus, right?
Really?
So a week later,
She took the bus over a Chevette.
Took the bus. She felt she cannot be seen in the. It's cool with the bus, I guess, right? A couple days later, probably about a week later, I rolled up in my GTA, Trans Am, like 88.
Mm-hmm.
And then now she's like, yo, Terry, let's go for it. Get out of here. Get on that bus.
Get on the bus.
That's right.
Get on the bus.
Want to roll with me in my vet? Roll my vet. It's going to be here tomorrow. Got old man.
Yeah, fixed her, right?
Gonna diss the vet, man. Come on, you don't do that. That little box.
Yeah.
We had a for a minute. We all started a K car club.
Ooh.
Everybody went out and bought a K car.
Oh boy.
This was like the year 2000.
Was that a front car?
Yeah.
Huh?
There's front wheel. Yeah. Aries K. Oh, that's right. There's an Aries and a Reliant.
The 2.2, that 2.2 liter engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have the two-tone blue one?
Huh?
Did you have a two-tone blue one?
Or
It
tan?
was just silver.
Okay.
Just a messed up silver looking old paint junker.
My father had the
$600.
Hey, as long as it got you there and back.
Reliant
Yeah.
K. No, he had the Reliant. No, he had the which one?
Reliant K.
What was a Dodge and what was a Plymouth? I'm trying to figure out which one he had because
Yeah, who
he
knows?
had the Reliant. He had the Reliant. And he's like, I got this car. Why'd you buy it?
Now, but at the time, guys that were like in their 30s, early 40s, like that was like a good value for the money, and you could get a convertible, and they got great reviews. So if you were reading like Consumer Reports, it was kind of like a safe bet, I think. I mean, we all laughed at it, but we were still driving fossil fuel consumers. So
Yeah.
I think he said, "Yeah, I'm going to upgrade my car from the Gremlin." He had a Gremlin with a red stripe.
I feel like you're making this up.
I wish I could. Yeah.
Hey, gremlins are hot right now, boy. If you can find one.
I always like Gremlins. I've always liked them.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you're a little kid, they got that little back window in the back.
Yeah. The guy across the street from me, he put some wheels on it, dude. I think you could put any size wheel on the back of that. I mean, wide.
Yeah.
His wheels were really wide.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't look bad. I mean, I've seen a Pacer with wheels on it, and I'm like, it didn't look bad.
Yeah, you shoehorn a 401 into one of those things. They were sharp cars.
Yeah, they were fast.
Yeah.
The guy across the street from me, it was fast. Alan said 304 was fast.
Yeah.
In the Gremlin.
Yeah, it's a small car.
Gremlins with the 304. Yeah, that would go fast.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You don't need a lot. Yeah.
It was a light car. It wasn't that heavy.
The problem with those cars were everyone I ever saw and worked on, the door strikers failed, and the doors never wanted to close. The striker would crack out of the door post frame. They would just I guess they would try to lighten them up a little bit, So you have to go in there and weld them up, weld a big washer in it or something.
Yeah, I had that problem with a Camaro.
Did you?
Yeah, I guess it's from years of the Camaro, the door sagging.
Door sagging, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a long door.
The gravel didn't sag. It was just too light of a metal. Yeah.
Oh, the actual striker.
Yeah. They would just crack. The whole area would just crack out.
Hey, I got a question for you. Have you guys did any suicide doors? Have you ever done any of those?
Like a Lincoln?
No.
You're talking about like from scratch.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, that's tough.
Oh, like creating it?
Yeah. I want to do. I got a '77 coupe, and I think I'm going to do it. But I found a guy making them in California, Joe from Lowrider magazine. Did you see his Hell Dorado? It was at SEMA not last year, but the year before. It was in.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't out there.
Oh my God, you should see this car. And he had suicide doors on it, but the guy that did it for him made a kit. So I think I'm going to go with that. It's really beefed up kit, man.
Oh, he made the kit, yeah.
Yeah.
So what does the kit work on? Is anything?
I'm not sure. Well, he made it for that car. So I think he's selling them. Or I'm going to just steal ideas.
No,
I told Joe. Yeah, I told Joe, I was like, listen, bro, you're going to see a lot of stuff off your car on mine.
You know what? He's got the kit. Why reinvent the wheel? Just go with what works, man. And just, that's the time you pony up the money and you save yourself a lot of headaches.
There you go. Yeah. I'm looking up the Hell Dorado right now.
Oh, wait till you see it. Listen, I took real detailed pictures of it for my magazine. And every time I look at the pictures, I see something different in the paint. Like the paint job is so, like he has like graphics inside of it. And you don't see them from every angle. Like we were walking up to it and it looked just like a maroon car. When we got closer, then we seen smoke. Then we seen lines. Then we seen it was just. And then when I got home and looked at the pictures, I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, I didn't see that. And every time I look at them, I see something different in the paint.
Now, whose car is it?
Joe from Lowrider magazine.
Does he drive that car, or is it just a showpiece?
I'm not sure. I mean, he takes it around. It's been to a lot of shows, but it is no joke. It was I think it's a 70, so that's a front wheel drive.
Yep.
But they made it a real drive.
No. Oh, El Dorado. I'm sorry, Eldo. Yeah.
Right,
Yep, yeah. I've seen it.
That's a nice car, right?
Yeah.
Right outside. That was a beautiful car.
Yeah. Cut the whole roof out, made it all glass.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
As soon as I pulled up the picture, I thought, oh, okay, I remember that car.
Yep. It was that Valvoline or no. What was that one out front? Pennzoil.
What does that kit go for, Lewis?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'm going to go back on and check it out. But it was really beefed up. Nice. The guy did a really nice job.
It has to be, yeah.
It was like glass, man. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
I can do some suicide doors on my GTS on the
Yeah, I was just saying that new SUV I bought. Well, it's not new, but the one I just bought, that's got suicide doors to it. It's pretty cool. You got to reach in and open the rear door, and it opens kind of like full. It has a really weird articulation to it.
Yeah.
I don't know who figured that out. That's Toyota for you,
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I think I'm going to do it. I keep putting myself into a rabbit hole,
Yeah, but the way to do that is you decide on all that real hard structural stuff first. You don't want to go back and do that later. You want that all done when you're in rough. I'm
gonna try it. If not, I'll just duct tape it and keep on rolling.
You put the 56 parking lights in it. When it's in bare metal, not when it's in paint.
Yeah.
What's this duct tape? Be like, it's hash marks.
Yeah. They make duct tape in every color now, boy. You can get away with it. They even make it with leopard stripes,
camo, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Duct tape. Oh man, I love my piece here.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Are you happy, Terry?
Oh man, I can't wait to put.
When are you going to install that? One day.
No,
One day.
you know what? I'm gonna install it probably this weekend, just so I know where it is.
Really?
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be ready for it and not have it. You know, I want to be able to be, it's there.
Did you get the throwout bearing with that too, Terry? You got the whole deal, or what?
I didn't get I have a throwout bearing, but I'm gonna get one from her. She got throwout bearings and what else? And shifters for T56s and.
Well, here's the thing. That's all from Malcolm Wood in Australia. He makes them. He's been in this game for like 40 years, and so he makes all that stuff. But now that the COVID hit, I can't get it. He can't get it out of customs.
Really?
Everything is taking 2 months just to ship it over. So I just took it off. That's it. And so now we're just doing the pedal kits because I make them here. So we're just doing all the USA made shit and stuff.
No, you're good.
No,
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So right now it's just the pedal kits, but you're right. He makes badass little short shifters and stuff, and so we'll get him back up, in the next year or two, get it back up online. But for now, what Terry's got, that's the deal.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
See, Terry was like, "Oh, you should put one in your Cadillac." I was like, "Man, I ain't putting a stick in the Cadillac. I'm going low and slow."
I would in a second.
That'd be so funny.
I would do that in a
A
second.
Cadillac with a stick shift.
So that's what same. I would imagine same setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One in a Catalina or like a Automotive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those big cars were great with 4 speeds in them.
Listen, it's hard to lean if you got a shift. You know what I mean? You can't be pimping shifting.
Exactly. You'd have to have the long shift arm.
Yeah.
Some kind of modified thing.
You put the shift in before you lean. Click. Okay, then you still.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That might not look bad. Put a high shift in it way up by the steering.
One of the big,
Yeah, like a semi.
I tell you, third gear on the TKO it's a pretty good cruising gear. I could stay in third for a while. You have a big enough engine. And
whatever your rear end gear is, make sure you have what rear are you talking about?
373s.
That's beautiful. Yes.
And third is a nice cruising gear. You get a lot of head out of that. A lot of latitude, a lot of RPM range. It's a nice stout gear in that transmission.
I had you got the TKO 600 or 5?
600.
600. That's what I had in my blue Chevelle. And my blue 80Z28. And I had bought a 12 bolt that had a 433 in there.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, it's got a 5-speed. Man, I couldn't wait to change those gears, man.
Really?
I couldn't wait to change. First gear was non-existent.
Useless.
It wasn't a racing gear. It wasn't even a racing gear. It was like you could start off in third.
Right.
But no, I changed the gears to what did I put in that thing? I think I went 390s, but I wish I went 373.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about going lower because of the, like to like a 390 or a 411 because like I said, on the highway, 70 miles an hour, I'm looking at like $2,000 or under, and the motor's not turning fast enough. So.
Yeah, you might do better. You said what would you use the 370? Yeah, you might do very well with a 411.
Yeah,
because tires.
I'm using a 29-inch tire too, so I'm not using the smaller one.
Yeah,
they fill out the wells nice, and I'm sticking with those.
You got red line?
No.
What size wheels do you have on that car?
17s.
17s. Okay.
So I'm running 275 40 17 on the rear. And 245 40 17 on the front.
Oh, okay.
It handles great. Except I need new rear tires. I have an M&H Race Masters on the back, and they're shot. So there's like one tire. I just found a thing. Yeah. Nitto.
Are those the 5x5s?
These are Nittos. Which ones are these? They are, let's see if it says, yes, 555s.
Thank you very much.
You had them on using those?
I do.
What can you tell me about them?
Oh, I love them. I got them on the Chevelle. and the car handles great. But I mean, it's an 18-inch wheel with like I think tires about this fat. It's a fat tire, you know.
Yeah.
You know, what are they? They're 305. I think that's what that
Oh,
car.
that's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ray, you had me thinking a couple weeks ago if those wheels would fit.
Aha. Okay. All right.
So these bad boys are going to get engraved.
Nice.
Quick.
Are those appliance wheels?
I don't know. I can't find any markings on them.
Oh, okay. Look in the rim band. They sometimes mark it in on the inside, like where the tire would cover. Could be appliance.
They're 15s, and I'm gonna engrave them.
Good.
That's
and they're
gonna be my first
5x5, so they fit your car.
Yeah, that's my
What are
first
you putting
project.
them on?
77 Caddy.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a low rider.
Nice. That's good.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, low rider will add a LS. Terry and talk me into a LS.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We gotta just get an engine here.
Yeah, if I ever get it.
Oh man.
So I'm an artist too, so I'm gonna try to engrave the whole thing. Anything chrome, I'm touching it. You know what I mean? So
Hey, that's cool.
Now Lewis is the man.
Then I also do leather. I have a leather company where I make leather products, belts, purses, wallets, all that stuff. So I'm gonna do the interior as well, all custom interior.
Really nice.
Yeah.
What's your leather company called?
Lee Custom Leather.
Nice.
You can go to itwaslee.com.
It was Lee.
Yeah, so somebody says, "Where'd you get that?" It was Lee.
It was Lee.
It was Lee.
Yep. So I'm gonna do the interior. I'm putting a 2002 Grand Prix interior in it. The dashboard. I'm gonna do a dash swap. Everything in it is gonna be modern, and I'm gonna do the leather. Yep.
What year?
Like dash.
77.
77. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with air ride because hydraulics is just too messy and noisy, and so I'm gonna go air. Yep.
Very cool.
That's my winter project.
Yeah, so you automatically isolate yourself from half the lowrider population. It's like at you now, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the old school guys are going air now because their back hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had to switch up.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Some of those guys, they have that. It's like it's a car. I guess they don't drive it. I don't know. It just jumps up and down and flips over and all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopper contest.
that's what it is, hopper contest. I mean, I don't take it from the culture, but I mean, like, they don't drive those cars. I mean, they push those. I mean, it's like a remote, right? I mean, they're not
motor in them.
Yeah, drive them on 3 wheels, do all that.
I see that.
Bounce,
driving down the highway, what's called bouncing, doing wheelies.
Well, they got a competition car out right now that's running on air, and they can flip it. They can jump it so high it flips and all kind of stuff.
I remember
on air.
I remember the first time I saw one stand on a rear bumper, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at that!" That's it's amazing.
Consuela gonna be too pretty for me to be standing on the bumper.
Consuela.
Yeah, I agree. She's just gonna be a pretty girl, not a hopper.
Good. Keep it that way. That's good. I like that. That's nice.
Consuela.
Yeah,
I like it.
I gotta do a little
Very cool.
My low rider would be something totally different, man. I give me like a 77 Cutlass Supreme.
Yeah, very popular car.
Yeah, it is.
That
Very popular.
Supreme. Those some nice back.
Those V-bodies, man, are very popular.
Yeah, I always liked that Cutlass. My neighbor had one. They bought it brand new. Was it 78? It was 77. And I lost my mind when I saw that car. It was gray with the burgundy Landau roof and the T roof. And I was like, and I told him, I said, because he sold I guess he went to Vietnam. He came back, and he bought a Mach 1 Mustang 69.
Nice.
Yeah, and now here I am. I don't know how old I was, maybe like 9 years old or whatever. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Mark, man, you gotta hold this car for me, man." And he goes, "No, don't worry, I'll get you. Don't worry, such and such. You got it. You get 16 years old. We'll work something out. You can have the car and all this, right? Stole the car from under me." And I was like,
Yeah.
So he got that Cutlass. I said, all right, now you jerked me the last time, Mr. Mark. You know, you got to get this one. Yeah, no worries. He sold that car.
Yeah.
Sold that car.
I'm a Cutlass guy, man. I've probably had, I probably had 7 of them. I had 73, 74. I had a 77, a 70, 79. I had a 82. I had a. Yeah, man. I love Cutlass, man. That's my car.
My auntie loves them too.
Yeah, I like those early colonnade body style ones. You know.
Yeah, my first car. No, my second car was a Cutlass, 73 Cutlass, and I love that car, man. An old lady ran into me, man, tore it up.
Yeah.
Yep. But then I got a big settlement, and that's when I went stupid. Man, I was buying everything. Dude, I had 5 cars in the driveway. My mom and dad was like, dude, you got to get some of these cars out of here. We got to move cars every time we go out.
Every time we leave the house, got to move over the out.
I had motorcycles, cars, vans. I had all kind of mess. People thought I was a dope dealer.
That's cool that your parents allowed that. I mean, like I had 2 cars in my house. You got too many cars here, Terry. I'm like,
it didn't last long. They was like, you got to sell something.
Yeah.
Sell something.
Yeah. So I have all the keys in a hat. I'll just reach in and see what I'm driving today. Yeah. I had a 80 Riv. I had a Grand Prix, 82 Grand Prix.
That was a nice car too.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was a nice car too. Yeah.
Yep. I had a Merkur.
I always liked the 72 Grand Prix. That's my year. The last year before they went big. I mean, even the big Grand Prix were nice.
Longer nose.
74. Yeah, I like those, but that 72, that last year, that's my ride.
Had the longer nose.
Yeah. You know, and so this system would fit in the Grand Prix. So if I had one, I could make the Grand Prix a stick.
There you go.
Oh, here we go.
They came that way. They were.
You can get a few of them with a stick. Yep.
Yeah. There were some. Yeah.
You know, but that would be a nice car to. You know what? I wonder how much those are going for now. You know, because everyone messes with the Monte Carlo. That's
They're coming up. They're coming up.
Everything's coming up because everything's been bought up and played out. So now they're going for other stuff. You know what I mean? So everything's getting stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the Cutlass? They had a Cutlass that was the coupe like. That was Cutlass S.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always I know that they got the 442 and the Cutlass, Supreme, whatever, the fastback one, but I never knew the difference because, I guess I never
trim. It was just trim options. Yeah.
Trim option, okay. Because
I
I
had that stainless.
What was the Brougham? Was that a Cutlass?
Brougham, yeah.
There was a Cadillac Brougham.
Yeah.
Cadillac Brougham. That's what it is.
Cutlass had them too, and Grand Prix. My Grand Prix was a Brougham.
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 How they spelled it with an H. Yeah.
Josephus.
Right.
That Cutlass, that coupe looked a lot better than the fastback. I always liked that one a little bit better, And now you got the station wagons; they're coming into their own. I mean, people, and I like seeing when people tweak out like a regular Vista wagon, and make it look like a 442. I like that.
You don't have to do much. I was watching an episode of Charlie's Angels the other day, and they were at a resort on an island, and they were using a wagon to ferry people, I guess, from the plane to the hotel, and into the scene rolls this. I think it was an Olds wagon, just a brown car, brown interior, but it had like little pinstripe white walls on it with a set of Craigers, and that car looked great. Looked fantastic. It's like,
station wagons are hot right now. I'm telling you, everything's hot.
Farrah didn't hurt it either. Seeing her in the passenger seat, that didn't hurt the whole thing. But Charlie's Angels. I mean, come on.
I always liked Jacqueline Smith. She was my favorite one. Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, you got Farrah Fawcett, man.
She was the crazy one.
I actually like Kate Smith. She was one of my favorites.
She was the brains. She was the brains.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Smith. She's like me. She's just like go get it. Just don't think about it.
I go for the thinking types. I like a thinking woman.
Yeah.
I don't like them dumb. I like them to be able to think and speak and
Let me get my reading glasses. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, get some reading glasses. Now we're talking.
Librarian.
Yeah, right. There we go.
So
yeah, you got to check out when I went to Motorex. They had me pick a trophy, and I did this Holden. It was a Holden station wagon.
Oh, cool.
And they tricked that thing out. It was a company called Judd's, and man, they did a good job on that thing. If you like station wagons, yeah.
Like
they took the upholstery inside and just redid everything. Like made these crazy like S-shaped seats and wow. super nice car.
Those Holdens are really nice out there. Those guys out in Australia, those guys are nuts out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Japan's really coming up too on cars. American cars.
Oh yeah.
They're buying them up.
Yep. Yeah, they're shipping them all over.
Yeah. Been doing that for
my
years.
friends come up. My shop in Orange was right across with these Swedish guys. There was like, I don't know, 10 or 15 Swedish guys shared a shop, and they just fly in at different times. And they lived in there, in the shop, and they would ship cars to Sweden. Just get a big a big container, and just load 3 or 4 cars in there and all motors. One guy was doing Corvette motors and stuff, and they just pack it, take it back. They'd be there 2 or 3 times a year.
I was just going to say, you read my mind. Sweden took all of our long bikes, all our choppers. I mean, they took off with that years ago,
Yep, taking it all. And that's I was saying they have that Power Big Meets over there in Sweden, and it's like 20,000 American vehicles.
Wow.
Like everything's American. You can't get in if you don't have an American car. You can't get in, and they get 20,000 cars.
Wow,
it's nuts! It's the coolest show.
I'm gonna have to get your list of shows overseas because I'm gonna try to book some people, going over there.
Yeah.
So
those
I'll
two are the only ones that I did. There was the Motorex, which is awesome, and that'd be a good time. And then the Power Big Meets. Power Big Meets, though, is kind of like a, how do I put it?
Ghetto.
A little bit backwoods. Like there's no vendors.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of like purist. You can eat a hamburger, and you can drive your car in, and you can drink, and that's it. Because I was telling them, you should invite vendors over here. You make $1 million. Nope.
Well, I guess all the American parts are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no deodorant.
What's that, Louis?
Huh?
And no deodorant.
No, yeah. A little. My friends had that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Definitely worth going. I don't know if they book anybody,
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool though.
Sweet.
Get my butt over to Sweden, please.
I wonder if they would how they would go, having a panel of guys like us and gals like us who grew up with these cars to tell them what it was like in the day, and just tell them the stories like, yeah, you used to pay like $100, $200 for those cars,
right?
And we junk them after that, or they went to demolition derbies.
Yeah.
They'd be
a lot of cars. Yeah.
That's where the darts went.
Yeah.
And the Polaris.
The Polaris
demolition
definitely.
derbies.
We got a guy here, Joe Glogally, Smoking Joe, from he's owns Tire Town, Rockville Center, and he drove Newports. That was his car. Every single demo car was a Newport, and he had 5 or 6 of them at a time, stacked up, just waiting for the next one. And he would modify them, take them back out to the modifieds, and he'd be running them at Freeport Speedway.
Nice.
That was his thing.
Wow.
All right, Ray. I'm gonna book us all to go over there and tell them about the American gig.
There we
go.
We'll
back in the 1900s.
They're either going to make statues of us or they're going to kill us. So one or the other. We're either coming back kings or we're coming back in a box.
or wipe our deodorant off.
We'll have to bring a couple cases and give it out.
Man. That's horrible.
You're getting uninvited now. They're not
I don't know if they
having
wear deodorant. I'm just guessing.
Okay.
it. They do. I don't know.
Flannel shirts. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll keep growing my hair long. Yeah, I think a lot of them have long hair, so that's cool.
You know, it was very weird though. I'll tell you. Okay, so we're at the show. It's summer. It's really hot, and I'm starting to notice more and more women are just taking off their shirt.
Really?
And they're walking around in their bra. Like it's just but the thing is,
okay.
It's not what you think. It's just how your girl has a bra and it's like that tan color just holds them up. It's a tan bra. It's an everyday bra. There's those. Just walking around in their tan everyday bra.
Not even sexy ones.
Yeah, no sexy thing. Just this grandma bra. And you're just looking around like, seriously?
That's so you don't want to look at it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't hot. It was just different.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. You're not. It's too hot out.
Well, Europe in general has a whole different sensibility about the body and stuff.
Yeah,
they're less inhibited over there. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was all right. It was just different to look around and be like, wow, there's your everyday.
Yeah. I think women have been subjugated for too long in that regard. So
well, thank you so much for.
There you go. I agree with you. Like some. Yeah,
we're all Genesis men here. We're all
we support the no bra days.
Right.
We reshare it on YouTube
right?
or Facebook.
You got no hang-ups here,
No. Well, I tell you, I guess what really sealed the deal for me. I have two daughters. And now as they get older and start to mature and become women and you see you want to see them succeed and you want to see them succeed in everything they do. And, I've given them talks like, hey, don't take no crap from nobody. Don't take no shit. You know what? You know what you're doing. Do it and take over. It's like you got to write like everybody else, and that's the deal. You got to just and they appreciate it. I know they do. So,
yeah. You just got to brush it off. I never had issues at Oberhahn. It was just fun every day. So,
perfect example. I mean, there you are in that environment where it's all guys. I mean, you have to prove yourself, I'm sure, or else, you're not going to get the cred. I mean, a new guy on the set would have to prove himself as well, but I'm sure a woman even more so.
Yeah, it's a little different. And I just ignored it. You just make jokes. And that's the thing is like, I always tell my job interview, they had me come down and the producer comes out. You may know him, Bud Brutzman.
Uh-huh.
So Bud Brutzman comes out. He's on 2 cell phones, and he's a busy guy. So all the guys are on break, so everybody's outside gathered around, so everybody can hear us. And he comes over making a big deal, and he shakes my hand, and he's shaking my hand. He says, hey, can you be here 24/7? You want this job? And I said, yeah. And he said, you don't have another job? I said, no. He said, you got to go water your plants or feed your dog or something? I said, no. He said, you got some boyfriend you got to go take care of? I said, no. And he's still shaking my hand. He says, all right, don't F anybody. Right? All the guys and everybody goes, oh, like that. Well, I won't let go of his hand. He's trying to pull away. I said, hold on 1 second. And I look around. I said, yeah, that's not going to be a problem. And then everybody's
Nice.
So you just can't take everything so serious, He was just joking, and it broke the ice that I told the joke back and was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be doing that.
Nice.
Up in here,
I could have got upset and said, how dare you, and then I could have gone home.
Right.
Right. And instead, everybody just let their guard down, and then we all got along. And you make jokes in the shop. It's funny. The interview was pretty hilarious. Everyone was laughing, and then I made friends and went on from there. And there was years of fun. You just can't be all uppity. But there's jokes, and then there's crossing the line, and you know the difference. I'm sure your girls know the difference, and you can enjoy yourself, but there's a limit.
To that point, with the different shows you've done, have there been any kind of I guess hazing rituals or whatever, or things guys have done that I mean,
Oh,
anything
yeah.
you could talk about that was funny, and then maybe where you could come when you came back at him or anything, or
Yeah, there was the very first day that I went on overhaul. They're trying to see if how you're gonna be. So the build manager Craig, he says the inner fender wells, we're gonna clean them up and keep them. And I said we are, it's all right. I mean, this is like a '67 GTO or something. And I said, all right. I said these are pretty rough. I mean, they got tar, just whatever inner fender well piece of plastic is just. Okay, and I said, well. What do we got to clean them with? And he says, I just grabbed some of those paper towels and some Windex.
what?
And I said, okay, yeah, okay. So I said, okay, he thinks I'm an idiot. I said, okay, no problem. So they wouldn't give me any tools to work with. So I took those inner fender wells. I, just kind of like took off, and I went outside with them, took off my Converse, found a hose, and I scrubbed the crap out of them with my stupid Converse tennis shoes. And I got them looking so good. I took them around the other corner and I sprayed them down with some black spray paint. I brought them back in. They were like mint. And all I had was what they gave. They wouldn't let me use any of the other tools. They were joking around me. I cleaned those things and brought them back in. They're like, holy smokes.
There
Why
you
did
go.
you do that? Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
Something like that Windex. It works
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You didn't work trying to
It's
clean
tar.
stuff.
So look, that stuff was bubbling up. It was all I could do to wipe it off. And by the way, we more paper towels in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know Ben Bright?
Oh yeah, he's my favorite. He's good friend. Good friend.
Yeah, that's our boy, man. He's on the Consuela team.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's
Oh my God.
he's one of my advisors for Consuela.
He's literally the best person that I've met. Well, probably he's the best person I've met in life. He's just such a good person,
Yep.
And I get to be friends with him and Alyssa and they took me surfing. I went up to their house and hung out and we all went surfing and just he's 100% guy. Like he's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, he invited me to a party out of one of his buddies in Vegas, right? So me and my wife were going out to the party, and he goes, "You'll see a whole bunch of people standing out." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we go down the street, and I see 3,000 people standing out. I'm like, "Man, this is a big party, cool." So me and my wife get out, and we're walking up, and I'm looking. I'm like, something don't seem right. And so then I seen Count Customs on these guys' shirts, and I'm like, "Man, we're at the wrong party." so I called Ben, but I was like, "Ben, man, you got me at the wrong party." He goes, "Oh, we're 2 blocks down." So we walked down. But he took us to the shop, man, and it was a metal fabricating guy.
Yeah.
A little small shop. Have you ever been there?
I think so. I'm trying to think of that guy's name.
He does motorcycles and
Is his name Clean?
I think so, yeah.
Clean, yeah.
Listen, his metal work is so sweet and intricate. Like he had like a throttle cable was gears and just I can't even explain it, man. But this dude was no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder if it's that same guy. We did a car at SEMA, and some guys came out that we were friends of Ben, I'm sure, and we're helping with all the metalwork. So I bet it's the same guy. I think that was his name.
Matter of fact, that Hell Dorado, one of Ben's friends, did the metalwork on that car too, in the inside. Like that whole center console is all metal.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah, Ben's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he's good.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to, Ben and I, we were the only two that had this. We were the only two who lived far enough away. We had to stay in a hotel all the time during the show. So we got pretty close, as friends, and he would we just get on his motorcycle and go to the beach. So we spent a lot of time together, and you just learn about him. He's just a good person. Like, never seen him do anything wrong. I'm sure he can't say the same about me, but but we had a lot of fun, and we'd always be first to get there and the last to leave. For years it went on like that, where it was like everybody else had lives to go back to. Well, Ben, they were up in I can't think of the name of the city the town where he lived up there, but it was like 3 hours away, and Alyssa's up there, so we didn't have anything else except work, so we just stayed at the
Okay.
shop and worked. And
You was there with Chip because I know he was
Yep.
there.
yeah,
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I got to get Ben back on, man. He's been on the show a couple times.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's a
the
good dude.
best.
Actually, I think I'm gonna have like a lot of the celebrities come on at the same time, and we'll have like a reunion, like have everybody on, just kick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Hollywood Squares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hollywood Squares.
We're gonna need more
Yeah.
squares.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
need
us.
more squares.
I'm gonna get us hooked up with some more squares. We're gonna have everybody come on.
How much do these squares cost? You got to pay for each one. You another square.
Right.
Well, it's a lot to put out.
Right.
Well,
Well, it's my bedtime.
I'm about to say the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Yeah,
Me
man.
too.
5 o'clock comes quick. So
Yeah.
listen, we really enjoyed having you on here, and we appreciate you coming for
Pleasure.
sure.
I'm gonna
And-
miss you guys.
No, you're not, because
Come
listen,
back.
listen. Everybody that comes on, I tell them you are family now, so you come on anytime you want. If you have something you want to promote, or if you just want to come hang out with us, just come through.
We're not
Thank you,
going.
Luz. That's really cool.
We're here every week, so we're
Every
easy to
Thursday.
find.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll just be popping. You'll see a square pop up. She's back again.
Yeah, hey, come hang out with us, please, because our community is built of everybody. We got manufacturers, radio guys, we got mini bike guys. I mean, just everybody comes through here.
Yeah.
So, and we all learn from each other. You know what I mean? So please come back and kick some knowledge.
Yeah, time flew. This was awesome. Thanks, Ray. Terry, thanks
Thank you,
for coming in.
Now listen, you don't have to get off. Me and Terry are going to jump off, but you can stay on because Ray runs the after show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going to let
Wow.
some other guys from the chat room, they jump in.
That
They
would
talk
love-
about
that would love to talk to you. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll hang for a minute. My bedtime was an hour ago, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm an early bird. I get up at 5 too, but I go to bed at 8:30.
Wow.
But I like Ray, so and I want to meet some new people, so I'll hang out for
Okay.
a minute.
Okay.
We'll let these little babies go to bed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
She's part of the family already. Talking trash.
Right
Hey,
now,
Lewis, thank you for having me on.
No, thank you.
Before I go to sleep, and I'm gonna have me some celery soda.
Nice.
Celery soda.
That's some good stuff.
I don't
Dr.
know what you're
Brown's.
talking about.
Browns, green can.
Must be a New York thing.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, celery soda.
All right, bro. I'll see
See you
you.
later.
easy, yo, Ray. Wesley.
All right.
Ray.
Everybody in the chat room, appreciate you. And please share, like, and hit that bell on the YouTube so we can get our numbers up. All right. See you guys next week.
And
Okay,
Cheryl,
see you.
let me
Bye.
know. Let me know what you think of the video.
Yes, I'll watch it right after.
See you later.
Bye.
All right.
All righty. Well, that was
It's
a
just
great.
you and me now. It's just you and me.
That's right. We're gonna have
Okay.
more friends in a minute because our buddy Chassis John's gonna come on, and probably Matt Man Brian's gonna come in. And
Nice.
yeah, we started doing this kind of. We called it the after show. We started talking about music because we're all music guys.
Oh, nice.
And and John and I are drummers, and Terry's a drummer, and we started this whole nother alliance. So the after show was kind of like music and culture, and we all talk cars still. So it's
So, do you know about my music history?
no, tell me.
Oh, yeah. So, I've been in probably 10 different bands over time. I sing, I play the bass, and
Cool.
hey, hello,
There's
How you
Man
doing?
Brian,
hello.
and that's a guy that I thought just by seeing him, I said he's a bass player,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
he's not.
so am I.
Cool. You play a long scale or a short scale?
No,
Yeah,
short scale.
I'm the guy with 2 left feet and 2 right arms. I'm no good at that stuff.
Nice.
Johnny boy, it's Chassis John from Florida.
Johnny.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hi.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome.
So what do you play? I play bass. You play
I'm a
bass.
drummer.
You're a drummer?
Yeah.
I'm a welding drummer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We can start a band right now. Let's go get our instruments.
We
Yeah.
could. We could.
It could be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Ray says he doesn't know, but I played in a band. It's called The Rentals. There we go.
What kind of music did you play? What the band? What was the?
So we were an 80s synth pop band.
Oh,
we
okay.
we started in '96, so we were an 80s synth
Cool.
pop. Started in the '90s, so we played the Moogs, and then I had my own band, Super Sport 2000, and that's where I sang and played bass.
Good name.
And
Awesome.
yeah,
Great
good
name.
stuff.
What kind of bass you play?
A Mustang,
Okay.
little Mustang, little mustard colored Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
because I'm little. I gotta have something little, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Cool.
I play it low. You can't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the bass up here. No.
No, thank God, because bass should
Rock
be.
and roll low.
Who are your
That's right.
favorite? Who are your favorite bass players through time? Like, who do you really like?
You know, no one. In fact, people have called baloney on it, but I don't really know what musicians are in what band.
Okay.
Like you
Oh,
could
all right.
ask me.
You don't have to know. Yeah.
Yeah, all my all-time favorite, like Led Zeppelin, Rush, and
Geddy Lee.
yeah, and
now
I
people
don't
actually
know.
say, "Oh, you mean
I don't know
had a
which
bass
one
player?"
Geddy Lee is in. I don't know.
Because poor John Paul
talented.
Jones never got any love. I mean, he was a great bass player, but he never got center stage. When you got guys like Page and Plant and Bonham next to you, you better be something special. And he was
Yeah.
something special. Well, Jones was a great bass player.
Oh yeah.
And you're talking to two drummers, so the drummer and the bass, we got to carry the bottom end. So you got to be simpatico with your bass player.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big Thunderfingers fan. I was a big John Entwistle fan. I like his stuff.
I love the way he used to just stand in one spot.
Because you know what? He didn't want to be part of the chicanery and the foolery that the band was doing. So he would stand there and he's playing that real long scale and he's sliding up and down. I mean, he was really working that thing. And another guy that, in his own right got a lot of cred, but not when you got guys that are next to you like like he had.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, funny stuff.
Unreal.
So we always say cars and guitars. The two go together. It's like cars and music are like.
That's
synonymous,
right. Cars, guitars, and bars.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That sounds like a line from Blondie.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hey, yeah, it is actually. That's true.
Remember that horrible rap song she did?
I
don't think that was
actually.
That was really the first rock rap song, and I don't think it was that bad. I always liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to memorize it straight away.
Right from the get-go.
Get out of here! You actually did that song?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah. I'm the best.
Eating bars, now he eats guitars.
Right.
Now he only eats guitars.
Wow. That was a cool band. I liked Blondie.
Yeah, Blondie's good.
Yeah,
They,
that was great.
Very high regarded in the punk scene in New York. I mean, they were
CBGB's, brother.
And the Continental, and they were playing, all the dives.
Ramones.
Yeah, they were
The
playing.
Ramones. I was just listening to the Ramones the other day. Somebody put something in my drink.
Have you realized that like every Ramones song is actually the same?
Yeah. The music,
it's the same notes and the same riff.
They were a little out of their minds, They
I have like the best of the Ramones.
Different words.
Best of the Ramones CD is like 20 songs, and by the time you get to like 8 or 10, you realize like, okay, nothing's changed but some of the words. It's like,
what is it?
It's awesome. Exactly.
They're great.
It's like if you listen to a Dick Dale CD, King of Surf, King of Surf. Same thing. After song 6 or 7, boom, they're all the same.
Yeah.
I had dinner with Joey Ramone back in like 81.
That's pretty cool.
A really good friend of mine. His dad owned a big Italian restaurant downtown Manhattan, and Joey Ramone would come in there all the time and eat. And I happened to be there one night with my friend. He's like, let's go to my father's restaurant and go eat. And Joey walked in, and we invited him over to our table, and there he was in the leather, eating spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so cool.
Hey, New
I
York
had
guy.
some,
That's so
I had
out of
some-
context. Like Joey.
yeah,
Ramone and
yeah.
meatballs
I had
and
some 35
spaghetti.
millimeter photos of that, but I don't know where they went over the years.
Wow.
But yeah, there I was with Joey Ramone and my buddy eating spaghetti and meatballs.
That's
cool.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Pretty cool. Hey, you guys, I'm gonna bug out. I just
All
got
right.
the signal from my better half that I'm in trouble for keeping him up.
Oh boy.
All right. Got to do what you got to do.
He wants to come through to go to the kitchen to get a little Captain and Coke, so
There you
I
go.
can't stop him.
Well,
Hey,
it was awesome having you on the show tonight.
We get
and you gotta come back.
walkthroughs all the time. Yeah, we get walkthroughs all the time. Lou Santiago used to have people walking past him all the time in the back. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Is someone wear a mask or have something weird on? It was like,
I've done a couple Zoom meetings, and there was a Zoom meeting. The lady, her husband's down the hallway back there in his underwear, and she don't know it, so she's continuing, this, kind of a business meeting, and here's her husband in his skivvies, and he's just tooling around. I'm just laughing. Like, really? You don't even know he's back there?
that's funny. Yeah.
Socks and the skivvies.
Great.
That's funny. All right. Yeah,
All
Cherry.
right.
Well, thanks. Thanks for coming on. Come on back anytime.
I will. This is a good time. I'm gonna have to do on a night when I don't have to get up. Do you always do it on Thursdays?
Yeah.
This is on
Okay.
Thursdays. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll do it on a Thursday when I don't have to get up on a Friday and come
Yeah.
hang out with you guys, because the after show's where it's at. So I hear,
But the after show is awesome. We
Yeah.
get into
Yeah.
all kinds of craziness.
Oh, yes, we do.
It's pretty nuts.
Maybe I'll
Yeah.
just turn up for this, right?
Yeah.
You
Right.
can do that.
Cool.
After hours.
Just come any
That's right.
Thursday and just hang out and watch what's going on. I mean, it's awesome.
Right.
You wouldn't believe the people that pop in and out of here.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of really well-known people come in and out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
All
never
right,
know
I'm
who's
gonna
going to
keep an
show
eye
up.
out.
Yeah. It's a
Very
good deal.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I had a great time tonight. The Lewis was great, Terry, and thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
And good to meet you guys.
Thanks. Thanks
Me
a
and
lot.
you.
You got to go on Ray's. You got to go on Ray's radio show.
Yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll send you
Okay.
the email.
Yes.
I'm a few weeks back right now. I'm shuffling some guests. I actually got the guy coming on who wrote this book.
Get out of
Really?
here. Really?
Yeah, I just got a copy, so I actually read the books that I want to have an author on. I want to know what's going on, and it's if you see it's about the cars and the people behind the movie, behind Steve McQueen. It's not about the movie itself. It's about the stuff going on behind the scenes. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a new slant on that old topic, and Matt Stone he's been an automotive journalist for years, so he knows how to write. Good stuff.
So, Chad McQueen,
Yes.
his son, he redid the Bullet car.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, with the gas monkey guys.
And
he's
I
all
ended-
over this book.
I
Chad
did
is
the
into all
gauges
over.
for that.
What'd you say?
I rebuilt the gauges for that car.
Oh,
for
get
the-
out of here.
for Chad's car. Yeah,
So
Wow.
did you meet my buddy Russell
Russell.
Holmes?
I think that was before Russell came in, John.
No,
Yeah.
he was there.
What,
No,
what-
see, when I did the gauges, the car was down at Classic Mustang.
Oh, okay.
Down in Missouri.
Yeah. My buddy Russell got hired in to do the co-star on the show that they were doing called Garage Rehab,
Okay, yeah,
where they would go in and redo people's shops and stuff.
yeah.
And then in between seasons, that deal with the Bullet car came up. So Russell was on Fast and Loud, and then he was with them when they went back out to San Francisco to film that scene.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
see, I didn't get any of the fun part and the glory they did. I just went down and
They
I just
just
happened to be in the shop when it was there. They
Did
gave
what
me
you
the
had to do.
gauges, and I
Yeah.
took them back to my shop and then sent them
Well, you-
back. I was like,
so when you rebuild the gate, you actually get in there with that tiny little paintbrush and freshen up the numbers and everything.
yeah,
do that?
I mean, you do it with stencils, You just
Yeah,
you do it with stencils, but you do paint it and
'Cause you're
little
looking-
details.
You're
That's
looking at stuff
artwork.
like that. That's all
Yeah.
like that's the original condition. It's all weathered and
Yeah.
all. So yeah, this is the original car. So that was this is now in as found condition. Yeah, Brian, I'm thinking of you every time I'm reading this. It's just Mustang. Brian's a Mustang guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got one.
Hey,
not too
see,
far
you need my hydraulic clutch pedal system.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need one of these guys.
I just saved your website. You have
Oh,
that
sweet.
for second gen 70 to 81 Camaro Firebird?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Brian,
Come
just
and
got
get
to
it.
throw a couple more ratchets. That's all.
That'll work out good because I'm rebuilding a second gen car and it's gonna have a Lenco transmission in it.
Oh, cool.
And instead of doing that linkage like that, I may wind up going back to stock pedals.
Sweet.
But we'll see. I'm not
Yeah.
sure yet on how I'm building it. I may be building a full tube chassis. I may not. So,
Well, if you do, let me
I
know.
do the- yeah. Well, if I do the full tube chassis, I'll have to use different pedals because the seat will be way back, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
there won't be anything under the dashboard that's stock. But yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I saved up that website, so I'll go up on here and mosey around.
All right. Yeah. Say hi on Facebook. I'm on there. Cherielynn Westrich.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
Facebook.
I'll go like the page. That'll be cool too.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Sounds
Thanks.
great.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay,
All
Sharon.
right,
Thanks.
peace.
Bedtime.
Good night.
Like this show? Want more? Then head to watchpttv.com, the new 100% free PowerTube TV streaming network. Home of the best classic and new motorsports racing and build shows on the web.